So a lot of people ask me how I started Kew Organics. Maybe I will do a little bit of a backstory. I had my first beauty business in 2004 and it went on for 8 years, but because of different visions, I was ousted from my company with literally nothing. I fell into a mild depression. I felt very, very betrayed and I felt very, very hurt. Why did this thing happen to me? I used to read about family feud in newspapers, but never thought that it would happen to me. I also understood the importance of letting myself mourn. I told myself that, okay, I will give myself 6 months. For that 6 months, I just let myself go. Along the way, my husband kept telling me like, hey, you know, in the Chinese saying, 哪里跌倒哪里站起来, just like, you should just go back to beauty, you know. And to me, I was very jaded at that time. Also resisting to going back to the beauty line. And then at the end of that 6 months, I was like, so what am I going to do? What's next? And then, funnily, God works in mysterious ways, I would say. I received a call from my ex-manager and she told me, can we meet? You know, I've already left the company. So when we were working together, we were very, very good work partners. You know, we had great chemistry. And I said, okay, come, let's meet. We spent a very good afternoon catching up. At the end of the session, just as we were walking out, suddenly she just turned around and told me, if you ever open a beauty salon again, I want to come back and work for you. At that point, I was really, really, really touched. So to me, it's like, I must have done something right while running that business, yeah, for her to say that. So that fire in me ignited again. And I went back, I told my husband about it, and my husband said, this time round, since you're going to do it on your own, do something that you're passionate about. And I'm passionate about organic because of my own skin condition. And then when I started, I was 43 years old. And at that time, I think my maternity instinct kicked in very late. Before that, I never thought of having kids, yeah? So we decided to try for a baby. Thank God, I was pregnant at 45 and 48 years old. At 45, while being pregnant, I set up my Clarke Quay branch. And then at 48, when I was pregnant, I set up my Cluny Court branch. So it's like giving birth to twins, you know, both times. So initially it was okay for the first 17 months. I was juggling baby and work at the same time. I realized that it's very difficult to juggle. So I decided to take a step back and rethink the whole model. And I realized that I need to compartmentalize. I decided that, okay, Mondays to Fridays, 9 to 6, business. Okay, 6 onwards, family, kids. So I told my staff as well that if I'm going to email you out of office hour or WhatsApp you, just ignore. You don't have to reply. The reason is because when I put my baby to sleep at about 8 plus 9, then I start to do some work, catch up on emails in the morning. When I wake up before the baby, which is about 5 plus, 6 plus, then I will start to do my work. Thankfully, my whole team, my Kew Organics squad, they were very understanding. They say, yeah, no problem, you know. So it worked out fine. Because of this new arrangement, right? It makes me more mindful of how I spend my time. And it also makes me learn how to say no to unnecessary things. I only focus on what is important, what is necessary, and what will not burn me out. Also, I learn to really seize those mini pockets of time to rest, to just take power nap of 15 minutes. How do I manage everything, even like put in exercise and this and that? So for example, when I do my work, I stand up and do. I work standing and I walk a lot. I seize every opportunity to walk. For example, I walk with my daughter to her school, which is about 15 minutes. And then after dinner, we will go down to the park and walk for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And then at home, in the night, while teaching her homework sometimes or reading storybooks, I will do my leg raise, my squats. And even when I'm cooking, waiting for the food, I will do my stretching. And I play a lot with my kids. So I carry them. You know, when you are carrying, you are also working on your biceps. Yeah, and when I carry them, I do squats also and have fun with them. So exercise can be anytime, anywhere, because I don't have that luxury of time to go to the gym, to have that dedicated period of time to work out, right? So I do what I can. I'm like really stretching the minute, you know, I can do like 3-4 things at the same time. So that's how I get my things done. Yeah, and this one I really learned from my mom. My mom is a great multitasker. Yeah, so the influence of mothers on children.